Oh, hey. Recognize the backdrop? Yeah, welcome to a Hippie Cooks. Just a short one, not a whole meal. I thought, why not show off a bit of the air fryer. Here it is right here, my air fryer. And do air fryer chicken thighs. I have gotten very good with the chicken thighs. I never, ever had good thighs. Hey, comment below. Let's see, how do I put it? I could never cook chicken thighs properly. They usually take an hour in the oven at 350 or 45 minutes at least, and they usually come out hard and chewy. I've never had them really flavorful, and they're too fatty. But in an air fryer, much different. Got the air fryer ready and clean. But another good trick that has really helped me a lot with my thighs is to make sure my thighs, oh my goodness, are good and warm. Warm your thighs. So I've had these marinating since early morning in a lemon and garlic and olive oil rub. And with lemon, they say don't go overnight, but with the air fryer, you can. But anything that's citric, you should only go 6 to 8 hours because it tends to toughen the meat after tenderizing it. It tends to tighten up. But a very important thing, yes, you marinate it in the fridge because we don't want the salmonella, but you also don't want to cook it cold. If you cook it cold, the center, you'll get it cooked through the air fryer. It'll happen, but it's going to be tough. The way to do it tender, either in the oven or in the air fryer, is make sure your chicken's at room temperature before you start. And keep track of the time it takes. You can see right here, I have my thermometer. I always test the meat. Friends, enough innuendos, enough jokes, enough spitting out the joint because you're laughing too hard or coughing because the smoke got to you. I'll be back when it's time to start the air fryer. Not much to this, folks. The marinade is, and the marinade I use, I go for the cheapest no-name brand of lemon garlic, honey garlic, lots of different marinades just from the local store. Cost me maybe $2 a marinade, and each marinade lasts for 3 or 4 meals. So cheap, easy, flavor the meal, put some change to the way you usually taste it. So that's what I hope for. Peace and cheers. I'll be back. I've given those thighs about 15 minutes and they're still a little cold, but now it's time. I don't like to leave them out of the bag for too long because just, chicken, raw chicken, sometimes scares me. So, pair of thongs, get these out. And the way I do it is I put them skin side down onto the, I guess I should show you. Hang on. And now we take the last couple. I take them out and I put them skin side down. The reason I'm doing this is I'm going to put a little bit of salt on them and some other spice. Okay, now we got that. Now I'm going to put a little bit of kosher salt. Now these have been marinated, remember, with the garlic lemon, so it doesn't need much more. However, I will always add a little more garlic powder. I don't use garlic salt, I use garlic powder. And that may have been just a bit much. It's a new package, but that's okay. That's flavor. And I'm going to let that sit about 10 minutes. I'm going to flip it, do the same for the other side, because I want these at room temperature, but I want that kosher salt to work into the meat already. The meat is kind of open and saying, no, okay, I'm not going that far. We'll be back. I'm going to do the other side and we'll talk. Also, I thought I'd mention, you're probably wondering what's the sides he's having. Well, I'm doing the easy way, which I often do. And hey, it's hippie cooks. Hippies I'm doing it the hippie way, and that's sometimes the lazy way. I have store-bought potato salad and store-bought chopped salad kits. Yeah, they're kits. They have everything you need for the salad, because that's the simplest thing to do with really good chicken. I don't need to work hard on the other parts too. At least I'm eating healthy. And for sure, these thighs, even with, I'm not going to remove the skin because I love the skin. And we are cooking it in an air fryer, so most of the fat's going away. It's beautiful. It's healthy. And just wait. Peace. Friends, we're now at the part of preheating your air fryer. I always just use the preheat start. It's 400 degrees of 5 minutes, even though I won't be cooking this at 400 degrees, but we'll get there. We'll get there. I have since, you saw me, I have flipped these over skin side up, put on a little bit more salt and a little bit more garlic, and we're going to let them sit that way. And then once this is ready, we're putting them in, you'll see, skin side down. That's the best way to end up, because we're going to flip them halfway, to end up with crispy, yummy skin. Like it's been fried, but so much more healthy, because most of the fat's going to drip off and it's just really nice skin. Anyways, we'll be back. Here we go. I'm going to give this a try to do it one-handed so I could hold the camera, but it's time. It has preheated. I take out the drawer. I put, see how I flipped that? That's pretty good. I put some peanut oil. I find it the best for frying. Just a little bit. They say that you should spray some of that light oil, a peanut oil, not an olive oil, on your food too. I do not do that. Why add more? But here we go, and we're going to put them in, as I said, skin side down. And you can hear it sizzle just a bit there. And we're going to put them all, you got to try to make sure, as you see, that we don't crowd. Let there be air. Let there be air. And they're skin side down. Put it in. Go to your poultry setting. My poultry setting is 380 for 25 minutes. I have found, maybe because that's for a bigger thigh, maybe that's for a chicken leg or breast, but I find for these thighs to take my temperature down to 370 and the time down to 22 minutes and start cooking. I'm going to set my own personal timer for 11 minutes. So we're halfway through. Oh, that's kind of bright. So we're halfway through. I'll take them out. You'll be with me, and we'll flip them over for the final half. Then we'll test their temperature. So, be right back. Hope you're enjoying this. Don't forget the thumbs up, my friends. I always forget to ask, and I know it's not an easy habit to do. Peace. And here we are. Press and pause. And already nice and crispy. And now it's just simply turn them over in the exact spot they're in. without damaging them. Put it back in, press play. Press play. We'll be back. It is now cooked, and I'm going to ask you to trust me that it's at 172, which is a really good temperature. So let's have a look. Beautiful, beautiful crispy skin and a barking dog, which I wish would stop. Now I'm going to put these on my cutting board and let them rest for 8 minutes. I believe in a full rest. That also releases the tension in the cook, and you just have a nicer meat. And the next you see will be the tasting, because there's no sense. I'm going to set a timer for 8 minutes. At 6 minutes, I'm going to start making that salad, which is pretty simple. It's a salad kit, and we have potato salad. So the next you're going to see is me tasting what we've done. Peace. And here we go. Friends, it's time to taste it. I hope you've enjoyed this. I think I'm about to, because it smells absolutely beautiful. Wonderful, juicy chicken, perfectly cooked. That lemon, really wonderful. The chicken perfectly juicy, and you can see perfectly. Let's get it to focus. Perfectly done. Absolutely beautiful. The air fryer, this is my favorite thing to make in the air fryer. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'm about to, for sure. Peace and cheers. So, peace and cheers. Love and harmony. We'll see you again.